So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna 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 start a revolution. I'm on top now, while me kissing babies. Call me out, president, boss tool, hate me. I'ma trust my gut, you don't faze me. I'ma get my blood, don't save me. Damn, it's never enough, still chasing every single dream that I've had since I was 18. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution.
And we're live. I'm alive. We exist. Yeah. Not really sure what's going on with my background music. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Well, welcome to Cannaheads. Just me this time. It's a news show that I used to do and that I'm doing now again. So I started a new job. Shit kind of flew everywhere, but I also was kind of flaky beforehand, and yeah, whatever. We'll be back to normal soon. I can't really promise that's gonna happen like next week or anything like that, but we should be back to normal soon. So hopefully that all works out for you guys. I didn't really have too much to talk about, but there is one very major thing happening right now. It's not 100% going to happen. It's probably not going to happen, honestly. But it's a really interesting bill, and and some people have changed their minds on how they feel about cannabis. So I figure, why don't we talk about that a little bit? And again, I'm not really sure why this is like not working the way I want it to. Okay. Why is it so quiet? What the hell? There we go. All right. Sorry, I just have to kind of make sure my audio is okay. So yeah, there is a bill right now that, again, chances are is not going to pass, but it would decriminalize. Remember that one time I said that chances are going to decriminalize before they legalize? Yeah, so it will decriminalize, it'll take it off the Controlled Substances Act, as well as provide banking regulations for businesses, and also just kind of, well, it'll also expunge records for federal, not state, and also will tax federally cannabis sales. So here is the, well, this is the story about it, but here's the actual bill. But essentially, Chuck Schumer had unveiled this bill, or it's a draft actually, it hasn't really gone to floor yet, but it would let states decide on how to legalize marijuana. So the states would actually be able to decide, and I think because one of the biggest things going on with 1420 was, well, it's obviously not real. They don't actually believe this, but it was basically, well, it's federally illegal. So like, what happens to the people who are in our state selling? Are they going to get in trouble federally? Obviously, that hasn't happened in a very long time. I'm sure it's happened at least once, but obviously it's not that big of a circumstance. So it would give the states the ability to legalize in their state for either medicinal or recreational. It does add for a tax control. So basically the banking will be a lot easier for them. And it would also put in phases of federal taxes on sales. Initially, it'll start at 10%, and it should be, I think it caps at, well, we don't know yet, but it'll cap at a certain percentage. It would also create grant programs so to people growing, starting the whole thing. So it would help them with that. And it would also bolster funding for research into cannabis, which is a very common talking point for people against it. Like, well, it's really bad for you, or, you know, it's worse for you than cigarettes and all that stuff. It would kind of put that to rest. It would also remove federal penalties and expunge nonviolent federal marijuana criminal records. And the biggest one with that is, like in Minnesota, for instance, just having some on you and getting intent to deliver, or, you know, sales, is a violent crime. So I don't know how it is federally, but that is the give. That is like the, you know, breakaway here is the non-violent federal marijuana criminal records. So it's kind of, yeah, it's basically kind of like the MORE Act, but also dealing with the Controlled Substances Act on top of that. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is, you know, back in, oh, this is way too zoomed out for you guys, sorry. So back when Measure 3 was happening, he does not support Measure 3, plans to vote against it, but we don't need any more mind-altering substances on the market, he said. This is during Measure 3, and it would also, he didn't believe that, he did the whole Delta 9 concentration, or Delta 8 also probably. So basically, he wasn't for it. Well, he did a interview recently, and he also posted this on his website, so he's really proud of this, that he's for it. But he's only for the conversation, essentially. So yeah, it's co-sponsored by Rand Paul, Mark Lee, and Kevin Kramer. That's the law around insurance of marijuana act, and he's basically for the banking part of it. And since North Dakota is a medical state, yeah, he basically is for protecting people in North Dakota and having access to banking, which I'm sure is pretty helpful. People have already found ways around the laws and stuff like that. It would get rid of the really pesky high risk transactions. Essentially, that's essentially what they need to attack, is classifying it as a high risk sale makes it so that you can't go to just any bank and open up an account, because they believe that, and the reasoning behind high risk, and I learned this a very long time ago, it's the chances of a chargeback. So if the chances of somebody charging back on a sale is higher than normal, there's a certain threshold there that they would kind of kick you off and make you go to a more advanced banking regulate or institution. And all of them are very shady. I see this a lot in Kratom as well, where they will. I'm so rusty at this, guys. Okay. There was just recently, like about a month ago, a whole bunch of like mainstream Kratom sale people or vendors would use this one credit card processor. Not going to say the name. They would use this one credit card processor, and tens of thousands of dollars worth of sales. This isn't profit. This is just sales. Would go through this company. Well, I think one of the major card issuers, so Visa, MasterCard, Discover, all of them, had gone to that gateway there that they had. So you got the card processors, you got the network processors, and then you got the main Visa, MasterCard, and all of them. So they had gone to the network processors and were like, yo, this is kind of risky. We just had this chargeback. They had this amount of chargebacks. This is risky. And they had threatened to pull support so that you wouldn't be able to accept any Visa. Obviously, that's a major thing for a whole lot of people who are not only Kratom vendors, but other vendors that have high risk to their name. That is kind of where they had cut the line. So what they did was really shady. They had basically deactivated everybody's account when it came to Kratom, and we're holding the money for 60 or 90 days, something like that, to mitigate the risk of a chargeback. Essentially, holding people's money for ransom because they were selling Kratom and because somebody else didn't like it. So getting rid of that aspect of it, if we got rid of the high risk part of it, would kind of open it up to credit card transactions when you purchase, which I don't know about you, but I mostly carry card. I don't really carry much cash on me. So yeah. So I just kind of wanted to put the attention to that. I don't really have too much more. But I do want to say thank you guys for subscribing and everything like that. I know this was short and everything like that. I really didn't mean it to be a long stream, but I just kind of wanted to do that. And yeah, so if you guys, have been listening to Canna-Talk ND, you guys can also check us out on all the platforms, all the podcasting platforms. PodCon X is actually a cannabis platform for podcasts. So I just kind of want to say that. So if you guys like cannabis and cannabis podcasts and everything like that, definitely check them out. They are right here. Yeah, here we go. So they're a network of cannabis podcasts. We are on this. So if you search us up, we're on here. Let's see here. Cannabis podcasts. Canna-Talk ND. For the dash. I know we're on here. Unless they took us off. I don't think they would. Their website also like kind of sucks. Anyway, we're on there. Okay. Here we are. Yep, that's us right here. So you can definitely check us out on this one. Again, they have a bunch of different podcasts as well. They have their own podcasts as well. So we had an opportunity to be on it, but we didn't get around to doing it. But we'll probably be doing an episode sometime if they'll have us back. So definitely check them out. They are really awesome. And yeah, so other than that, all the other platforms are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever that is, Castbox, and everything like that. As far as this show, it'll probably be a little bit sparingly until we kind of figure out a little bit of a better deal. It's weird because I have more hours in the day to do stuff, but it's like the second I have to leave my house, so it's a little bit harder. So essentially, my days end up being I wake up at 8, leave the house at 9, go to work till 6, come back, have a whole shitload of shit to do. So yeah, that's the reason why I do have weekends off and everything like that. But those are like the days where I'm just like not in the mood to deal with anything or do anything. I do computer work all day. So jumping on my computer is like this last weekend was the first time I went on this computer since I started. So, I mean, I jump on for like just checking something really quick, but as far as sitting down, doing a show or whatever, yeah. But I also do want to announce, and I don't know how much of an announcement this is, in August, I'll also be doing a tech podcast. So I'm guessing when I do start doing that, I'll probably be able to nail it down a little bit more because I'll have more time to do podcasting stuff, which kind of helps me out in keeping me motivated to actually do things. As you can tell, high production value is like my thing. So that's the reason why it's a little bit difficult. It's not like I go on OBS and hit start streaming and then just talk, kind of like this type of a deal. I mean, I have, our Canna-Talk ND, or our Cannaheads, template and everything like that. So, like, I don't really, just hit start streaming and go. It's always a couple hours of preparation and everything like that. So that's the reason for kind of being a little bit flaky. Totally sorry. I don't really mean it like in a, in the I don't care type of a way. I really do. I actually put a lot of time and effort into these shows and into Cannaheads or Canna-Talk. So yeah. Other than that, I'm going to shoot for this weekend, but that's not for sure. And as far as the tech podcast goes, I guess I should say this now. I should just put this here in case it does end up getting brought up. The platform that I'm on does have a little bit of colorful takes, a little bit of a bunch of spicy takes, as in like they don't believe in COVID type of a stuff. But essentially what they are is they're a production studio that is also branching out into actual podcasting and providing podcasting services. And I am essentially going to be there probably with the transfer into, doing stuff for them as well. So yeah, the views that you would see on that podcast that aren't on my show that I would be doing are not mine at all. Yeah, and the platform is called Grand Forks Best Source. This is actually the first place I'm ever announcing that, so that's neat. But yeah, check them out if you want. Again, They have a really good sports show, because that's my boss that's on there. They have a news thing that they do every morning. Everything else I don't really watch, but I've seen some pretty spicy ones. I've called them out on a couple spicy ones too, because I've watched like one episode here or there when I was just kind of doing a optics check with it. And yeah, it definitely rang a bunch of alarm bells, but I think it'd be interesting. It's also a different platform growth, big thing. It's mostly on Facebook, but they are on YouTube and all the platforms as well. Just through a different network that I don't know why they pay for it, but they pay for it. We don't. We have just a contract thing. But other than that, yeah, that's all I got. I thought this was going to be at least like 45 minutes. But yeah, we're at 20 minutes. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Hit subscribe if you like this video, and hit like. It definitely does help in the algorithm. Definitely expect more podcasts in the future. I promise. I swear. I really do swear. I know I said that last time, but yeah. Thank you guys. You guys have a great rest of your night. All right. Bye. I should go to something else. Hold on. I never do this right every single time. Nope, that's the wrong one. Stress. There we go. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Bye.
So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution.